messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Who wanna get on that ass real quick one time? 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course, get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this law, told that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Wait up, let me make a call right quick, I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer bar. Took a sock, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shang-Chi. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Hopper free. Try to hold me, it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that one up like a trophy. I'm that nigga, ain't no debate. Told them boys we taking over. Call them up like set the date. This shit a piece of cake. Yeah, my bitches came from Whole Foods. Told them put on that top 3. Then bring me my house shoes. Don't make excuses, make moves. These niggas ungrateful, gotta show them U.P.K rules. I'm making it like I can't lose. They said you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this law, told that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our core. Yeah, I just got off the call, I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas, get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the counter when you speaking to me far. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. Can't do with them steppers, niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent, I said of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I ride that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, we whole car. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan, I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low, told that bitch is either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that, I swear I'm to our car. And I just made the call, we gon' start another war. Yeah.
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God, Lord, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions, cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up, nigga. When I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the ghost. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they hear on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You get focused on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the deal. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all trying to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all Y'all here looking like food. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up. Man, y'all trying to make the news. Y'all ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bills. Y'all here looking like food. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. The I.S.U.P.K presents the Lord's 56th annual Passover going down right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a whole bunch of events lined up for y'all, including the annual lamb slaughter. You already know. Then it's the Hebrew Academy trials. Oh boy. Next, we got the children's party. Then, you know, we got General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class and the Hebrew Academy graduation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Pay your Passover fee. It's only $200 to get all these exclusive events. Real black culture. The general's in attendance and the stage is set. It's going down. April the 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. This event is only for the black, Hispanic, and Native Indigenous people. We got a week full of events from April the 9th and the 13th. But remember, you gotta pay that Passover fee. It's only $200 to get every event exclusively. Here's the itinerary for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 9th is the annual lamb slaughter. April the 10th is the kids party. At 7 p.m. later that night, General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class. April the 11th, the Hebrew Academy graduation. Later that night at 8 p.m. is the all-black party. April the 12th is the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 13th is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. $200, 17 years or older, pay your Passover fee. See you in Atlanta, Israel. Shalom.
Yeah. You ready? Nah, I mean, is you ready? Somebody ready for war? TITHES. Lights is up. Wise man mad. They ready for war. Getting all blacks is a trooper. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. Gotta pick a side, no neutral. In the middle of a war as usual. Watch your back, they shoot. If your ops drop, better keep it moving. All we do is win, no losing. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. In the middle of a war as usual.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shabbat to all the brothers, Yahweh Shemal Atan Bashim Yahushai to all the sisters, and priests and officers 500 Barak Yalla with the ISUPK, which stands for the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA, you understand? And since 1969, we've been teaching you the truth about the Bible, right? The truth is that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, the people who are the most despised on the face of the earth, are the real biblical Jews of antiquity. And this is so important to know that this Bible is not a religious book, especially in these last days with all these planes crashing, our brothers getting deported left and right? Brothers killing each other more than ever, our women being the most harsh women on the face of the earth, because they adopt the culture of other nations who are naturally whores. It's important that this Bible is our code of conduct. You understand? It's our damn near our life manual, really, how to conduct ourselves, right? And today's topic is that it's a part 2 of last week where we understand what true love is and how to treat one another, how to treat your significant other, how you should act to your significant other, what type of woman you should strive to be, what type of man you should strive to be as well, right? And this will help you. This is not no relationship advice, whatever the case is. You want relationship advice, call General Muhammad. tune into Captain Kapash's classes. He has class on relationships every Monday. You understand? But this is part 2 of last week's class, where we define what love is according to the scriptures. And now let's see how we should act towards one another as far as with your significant other, because a lot of y'all prove that y'all really hated each other. How do I know that? Y'all celebrated Valentine's Day. You understand? This is what you need to understand, that as a couple, there's going to be sacrifices to make, right? There's going to be things that you give up. For instance, if you truly love your significant other, you would have gave up Valentine's Day. But you rather give up your love for the Most High. You rather give up your inheritance. You rather give up your moral code. What? Just so you could be happy. Just so you think you could be happy for one night. You know who else think that they could be happy momentarily, and then they keep doing the same thing over and over again to have the same feeling of happiness that they keep striving for? Drug addicts. Literally. Right? They always chase the same high, and y'all chase that same feeling of happiness every Valentine's Day, whether or not you're with the same partner. But here's the thing. You gotta understand that there are good sacrifices to make, there are bad sacrifices to make. Sacrificing the love you have for the Most High, meaning following the commandments to follow the masses, is the wrong sacrifice to make. You're going to end up sacrificing your manhood and be a homosexual. Damn near a lot of y'all are halfway there. You know how I know that? Because y'all all smoke weed, or a lot of y'all smoke weed, which is extremely homosexual behavior. Y'all smoking on each other's spit. And you could fool anyone, but you can't fool the priests and prophets of the Lord. We know that you don't even just smoke with your significant other, that's a woman. And your woman, she doesn't just smoke with you. She did something to get the weed for the two of you to smoke. You understand? Now, here's the thing, right? Let's see how you would truly love your significant other. Let's see what type of sacrifices are the good ones to make and the bad ones to make. Right? Let's see what you should strive to look for in a woman. What these women should strive to look for in a man. And this is important because tuning into these classes, understanding what to strive to look for in a man or a woman will prevent brothers and sisters from repeating previous mistakes that they may have made, or prevent any other young brothers and sisters coming up to make the mistakes that the previous generation made. Right? How do we know the previous generation made a lot of mistakes? Well, a lot of women support feminism. A lot of men said, what does it say? This says something that sounds extremely gay. They say, "Grand rising, my queen." Listen, you never catch me say grand rising to any woman. You're not a cake. You're not a biscuit. You're not a muffin. You understand? And to call a woman a queen is not only show how you may have a sense of worshiping women, which is totally against the Bible, but it also shows that you disrespect women. Look up the etymology of queen. It's a prostitute. Really, you're saying grand rising to a woman and you call her a prostitute is crazy work. You understand? Now, let me show you something that the church will never show you, because the church teaches you how to worship women. The church teaches you how to bow down to women. And this is what we have to abandon. This whole ideology that the society pushes, that there's an independent woman, the woman, she don't need a man, she shouldn't want a man, she's the prize. I'm gonna just prove to you as well that literally this is utter nonsense. According to the Bible, which is what they claim to follow, is the total opposite. The man is the prize. The man is the one who is wanted, who is needed. Don't get me wrong, we both need each other. Men want women. I mean, all the men in the I.S.U.P.K, we want women. I don't know about the rest of this fake Israelite churches. You understand? Especially if you wear purple. But real men want women, and these women need men, whether they lie to themselves or not. It's irrelevant. Let's real quick go to Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. I like to say, from the dawn of time, let's honor our ancestors. This is what everybody says, whether they believe in spirituality or not, whatever nonsense they say. They always like to say, let's honor the ancestors. Well, let's see how the ancestors went about it, right? Let's go to Genesis chapter 3. Let's go to verse 16. I'm going to share my screen. Anyone has any comments or questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We're live on I.S.U.P.K Toronto, Montreal, upklapuraneta on YouTube, I.S.U.P.K Canada and Montreal on Facebook. This is the book of Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. This is after Eve disobeyed the Most High. This is after Eve disobeyed, you understand, her man. This is after Eve decided to listen to another man. See, this is the problem. This is what women don't understand. You can't just listen to anyone. You can't just decide to listen to Steve Harvey, who said, act like a lady and think like a man. Who told you that? Look at Steve Harvey. His marriage failed, and apparently he was in a rainbow relationship with, I think, his bodyguard or something. And this is the man you listen to who told you to act like a lady and think like a man? How does that even work? How can you act like a lady and think like a man? Something is wrong somewhere. Their equation is flawed. You understand? This is what happened when a woman decided to listen to another man. Salakia. Now, all women are paying the price. Let's read it again. Genesis 3 and 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. This is why childbirth is painful for a lot of our women, for most of the women. Some women may, if childbirth, not experience anything. But a lot of women are experiencing pain. It's because Eve decided to listen to another man. You understand? And thy desire shall be to thy husband. Adam is the prize. Her desire, what she wants is Adam, is her man. Again, all women want a man. Even lesbians want a man. You know how I know that even lesbians who say that they don't like men, they don't need a man, whether they're independent or not, all the, what do they call these? All the, what's the word again they like to use? All the studs want a man. First of all, just a quick parenthesis, a stud, there's nothing, I don't even understand the term stud. If you study like animals, whatever, or even have basic knowledge of dog breeding, a stud is the male. A stud is a man. That's number one, right? Number two, here's the proof that even lesbians want a man. The toys that they use mimic a man. They know that to be able to be satisfied even with what they need, which is sex, they need a man. Otherwise, they will not mimic a man to provide to the other women that they think they're attracted to. You understand? They will not use toys that are mimicking the appendage of a man. They need a man, even lesbians. But here's the thing. From the dawn of time, our ancestors, right? Your ancestor women, her desire shall be unto her husband, just like your desire shall be unto your husband. You will want your man regardless. You are independent until you start crying. Until you see a roach in the house, then you're not independent anymore. You are independent until you're independent until until you see a mouse. You're independent until it's cold at night and you need to rub your cold feet on and you need to get some body heat by rubbing your cold feet on your man. You're not independent then, right? You're independent until it started to make babies. You're not. There's no such thing as an independent. There's no such thing as an alpha woman. There's no such thing as a woman who runs the household. Not naturally. It's against nature. Your desire shall be to your husband. Stop threatening the man that you're in, saying, well, you ain't shit. I don't need a man anyways. Or whatever the case is. My mom raised me without my dad, so I don't need a man. That's the problem. You have issues because you don't know what it, maybe a lot of y'all don't know what is it to grow up in not divided household, right? Take an example on my mom didn't have a husband, so I don't need a man. Guess what? You know what your mom didn't have either? A successful relationship. That's what she didn't have either. You understand? That's the problem. Stop taking examples from the wrong people and be like, you know what? If they did it, maybe I could do it. Listen, do you know who else says that? All the drug dealers say the same thing. They say, you know what? Pablo Escobar did it. Maybe I could do it. And guess where they all end up? In jail or dead. You know, here's a problem. If you want to model yourself after a woman, model yourself after the women in the I.S.U.P.K in the school. Model yourself after a woman from Proverbs chapter 31, which we'll go over. Model yourself after Sarah. You'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. Stop trying to take power over the men. Listen, let's finish the verse. And thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. This is the thing. A man is here to lead from time. The man is the leader. Stop trying to take over that role. You can't lead. You will see one instance in the Bible. I think it's Queen. We'll get it right now. We'll show you what happened. She was a woman that tried to rule over Israel. Guess what? She was disposed of. She did a very bad job. She did the worst job possible. You understand? There's not one woman that is supposed to rule over men. Even in the New Testament, it tells you, listen, you can't teach a congregation of men. That's why you can't usurp or take over authority over the men. Listen, all y'all are trying to rule over men, and these young boys trying to teach. You're only teaching these young boys how to be extremely emotional. They all end up being gangbangers or homosexuals. That's it. A woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. How? She doesn't know what it is to be a man. How are you going to teach young boys how to be a man? By doing what? This is the problem. A lot of these women think they know that, think they could teach these young boys how to be men. They can't teach, they don't even know how it is to be a proper woman, a proper partner. You just go by what society tells you, by what Steve Harvey told you, to act like a lady and think like a man, by what the church taught you to be, by what the oppressor told you, because you're an independent woman. You don't need men. Listen, those same white women who told you join the feminism movement, you don't need a man, they needed Donald Trump. They voted for a openly racist rapist. Donald Trump said, grab him by the box. Nobody forgot about that. Not even these feminists that told you, come join the feminism movement. You don't need a man. Do you see any of these white women saying they don't need a man? Do you see any Arab women say they don't need a man? Go in other countries, whether it's in Africa, whether it's in those Arab countries, East Indies, the Asians, they submit to their husbands. They know. The only difference is that our women, when they have to submit to us, it's not in like a slave mindset. Listen, in the Bible, you can't beat your wife. You cannot. Now, if you go in the other countries where they read, in India or some of the Muslim countries, they're allowed to do so. We can't. You understand? That's the only difference. There's no abuse of our women, but they still have to be submissive. The only reason why they're not submissive is because they listen to white people. These proud black women, right? These men who say, "Grand Rising, my queen." You really listen to white people. You understand? And then you're going to complain, well, we should protect black women. Of course, black women need to be protected. But how am I going to protect you when I tell you, don't sleep with heathens? You're under my household. You're my daughter. You're my sister. I tell you, don't sleep with these heathens. You want to sleep with these heathens. You want to go, have sex with white people, and then complain when, listen, we have to cry because we find you in a suitcase chopped up in pieces. I told you not to. Like, how are we supposed to protect you if all you do is just jump in the fire? You understand? Don't put yourself in danger. That's the first thing. That's why real men, I'm not talking about physically, I'm talking about spiritually, right? Real men are needed in every single black household. Black, Latinos, and Native Indian men are needed in every single Black, Latino, and Native Indian household. And this is what we build in the I.S.U.P.K. Real men to be real leaders, to be proper leaders of these women, of these children. The woman, if she has proper leadership, she'll know how to guide the children better. When you're not there, she won't tell them. She won't start talking all type of nonsense to your children when you're not there because you two had an argument. A real woman knows to never do that, right? She won't teach your daughters, well, if anything happens, we leave because we don't need a man. Your daughter's going to realize she's going to need a man. And she will blame you because you taught her that she doesn't need a man. Just because maybe you're sour. Maybe you're bitter. You need a man. Now, we're going to see what type of man you need, of course. That not because you need a man and that we read that, yeah, your desire shall be to your husband, he shall rule over you. That doesn't mean that you should just listen to every single man. Every single man, right? You should not just seek the first, that's coming to you. No, right? Let me show you the proper hierarchy and what you should seek in a man. You understand? It's really simple. Let's go to Ephesians, right? Chapter 5. Ephesians chapter 5. Let's go to start at verse 22, 21. Let's go to verse 22. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22 says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord." Listen, this is what you need to do. Just like your desires is to your husband, and he shall rule over you, you submit to him as if you submit to the Most High. Now, would the Most High cause you to sin? Would the Most High cause you to do something that goes against what he said? Here's the thing. You should, listen, he tells you make a sandwich, make him a sandwich. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Now, if he tells you to not go outside at a certain time or to not go with these friends that you have to go to the club, don't go. Maybe, your friends, listen, your friends, whether they're married or not, some of them are whores. Some of them are just alcoholics. Some of them do drugs, and they're trying to have you be as lost as they are. Your husband tells you don't do that because you're gonna have too much drinks with whatever her name is. She's popping Molly and drinking spiked drinks. She's gonna spike your drinks so that y'all have the same feeling. Something's gonna happen to you. Then you're gonna feel bad and cry to your husband when he told you don't do that. Don't go out with her. She's a bad friend. Don't listen to such and such. They're bad influences, right? Now, if your man tells you, babes, I have this package, I need to cross state lines or borders with it, take it from me. On the other side, here's what's going to happen. Now, if he's making you smuggle drugs, if he's making you steal, if he's causing you to sin, don't listen to him. The Lord will not cause you to sin. You understand? See, here's the thing. This is what you need to look for in a man. You need to look for a man of the Lord. If you're already married now, you have to deal with it. You being in the truth, don't sacrifice that just because your man say, you know what, the hell with you. Don't do that. You understand? You coming in now and changing your life, you don't understand the amount of power you have to influence that man to change himself as well. That's the thing. So keep doing what you're doing. Just submit to him as unto the Lord. Right? Make him feel like he's always wanted. Don't make him feel like he ain't shit. Listen, he's going to find another woman that make him feel like, you know, he's the prize, because he really is. Especially these days when these bombs start dropping, whatever the case is. Even before the bomb, listen, you need a man to open a jar of jelly, a jam, however you call it. You need a man to open a jar of pickles. You need a man to do stuff around the house. You need a man to damn near clean the spider webs, even though there's no more spiders. You're afraid of everything. You're probably afraid of ants. You need a man to pick up the ants and clean the floor to make sure the ants don't come back ever again. Right? Submit yourselves unto your husbands, just like Eve should have. Don't think you have the power. Don't think of yourself like, you know what? I can control. I have power between my legs. Listen, we could both say the same thing. When it comes down to it, I have power to give life. That's the reality of it, you know. Now, don't try to use this as I have power in between my legs, so he's gonna do as I say. No, don't do that. No. Really, real man, at the end of the day, you're not the only woman who has a box. That man could just sleep with another woman who don't have the same rhetoric. Talking about I have power between my legs, so that's how I'm gonna control him. And you are a weak ass man if you are controlled by a box. I'm telling you right now. You understand? Because you will compromise anything for it. You will not come into the truth because your wife tells you this is a cult. I don't want you to have another woman, and I want my Valentine's Day gift every year, and I want a bigger gift every year. You make sure we go on a cruise on my birthday. You're gonna do it. You're gonna obey her because you feel like her box is special. I'm not an expert. I just know that you're weak if you fall for that. Listen, a woman who don't want to listen to a man and submit to a man is the reason why women have painful childbirth. We just read it in Genesis 3:16. So this is what you should do. He obeys the Lord, listen to him. Listen, he says jump, just ask how high. You understand? Don't try to fight him over trivial stuff because, you know what? I'm independent. By the way, I make more money than you. Money, listen, you don't argue with your boss like that, and he makes more money than you. The only men you really argue with, you don't even argue with men. You just argue with your man. You make him miserable. You make you feel like he ain't nothing because the white man told you to make you feel like he ain't nothing. That's the problem. You understand? Now, because of precepts like these, right? Let's not be too long-winded. But because of precepts like these, a lot of brothers and sisters will say, well, this is the problem. The Bible is an anti-woman. The Bible says women need to submit to their husband like slaves. We have a misconception of what submission is. Everybody submits. Everybody submits to their boss. You're a child. You might submit to your teacher by obeying everything the teacher says. You submit to your parents all the time. You submit to the law. Law says don't cross the street on a red light. You don't cross the street on a red light. This is the problem. Stop thinking of submission as if we because of the indoctrination of the church, right? We think submission just means, you know what? We tell a woman to shut up and don't ever speak, not one word until I let you to. No. It's that you don't go outside with these friends. They're a bad influence. They'll get you in trouble. You just don't. Don't start questioning your man. I tell you, don't wear a crop top outside. You know, don't dress a certain type of way, right? And you as a man, don't feel like you're too controlling. That's what it said. They say you're too controlling. You're insecure because you're too controlling. Listen, I don't want you dressing like a whore. Now, there's a lot of sick individuals out there. Any of these sick individuals may want to try something because of how you dress. And I tell you not to dress like that. And you want to argue, well, my body, my choice. Well, it's not really your choice to call me at this point. You're going to call me regardless, right? It's not really a choice because let's get that real quick, right? Let's go to what is it? Ecclesiasticus chapter 36. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus 36. You're going to understand that as a man, it's not really a choice that we have to watch over you. You may say it's a choice. Some might argue it's a choice or not. But you need to understand this. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 36, verse 24. We take on a whole responsibility when taking on a wife. So your problems are my problems. You crash a car. You get into a car accident. You're responsible. You're at fault. I'm at fault. You're my woman. I deal with it. Now, does it mean go ahead and just get yourself arrested so I could bail you out every single time because I'm responsible for you? Don't do that. Listen, some men will teach you the hard way. You want to keep on getting bailed out on purpose, and you're gonna sleep a week in that jail cell. And I'm gonna come get you when you calm the hell down. Some men will do that. Some will tell you, listen, tonight I'm not bailing you out. I'm gonna let you think about it in the jail cell. Now, if you're tired of sleeping on the bench in that jail cell, no sweat. Come home and don't do it again. Ecclesiasticus 36 and 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession. Just like I have possessions, I have a phone, I have my dog, I have books. I'm responsible of maintaining these books that, of taking care of what I have to take care of. It's like getting a car. You're responsible of that car. Make sure the car is well oiled up. Make sure, everything's fine with the car. The car has a problem, fix it. Just like anything else that we acquire, when we acquire a wife, it is our possession. We're responsible for it. Anything happens to any of my possessions, it breaks down, I'm responsible for it because I didn't take care of it. Right? Any problem that you have, I'm responsible for it. And women who think, well, I can't deal with a man or vent to him because he's hardwired to try and fix my problems. Yes, we are. Listen, what are we talking about? Am I supposed to just watch you cry and just sob all day and night? No. I could. I really don't give a damn about you if that's the case. Sometimes I have to let you have your little attitude, your little moments. Men are understanding. We treat it like the weaker vessel. We're going to get that in a second. The point is, we're responsible for you. See, these words, submission and possession, y'all feeling like, oh, we're treated like slaves. No, because if you were my slave, I wouldn't be responsible if you get into a car crash. I wouldn't be responsible if you get into an argument with someone. Whether you're at fault or not is irrelevant. I'm responsible for you. You understand? That's what y'all need to understand. It's not a light thing to just get a wife, right? At all. It's not a light thing to be like, you know what? Sex is marriage. I'm just having sex, and there you go. You obey me. I say jump, you say how high, and then shut your mouth. That's it, right? All right, shalom to everyone in the chat. It says, Nizamana, Yahshua Tabash and Yahushai, always there rocking with us. It's Parakia Banyamyan, Yahshua Tabash and Yahushai, the water sis. You know, Officer Adiyar, I seen you as well in the chat. Yabash one. But the point is, listen, you get a woman, you're responsible for her. She cries, she's hurt, she's sick. Yeah, because y'all think y'all have that mindset in the world. Well, you know, for better or for worse, or in health and in death. I don't know. I'm oblivious to a lot of things that happen in the world, literally. The point is, the mindset that you think you have in the world, y'all are hypocrites, because y'all would leave for like a loss of employment, cancer. She gained too much weight and you leave her. Listen, she gained too much weight and she thinks she has a problem with it. Go help her go to the gym. Or me personally, I really don't care. You know, if it bothers you, let's work out together. Be her personal trainer. That's one thing. Submit to your husband. The husband said you don't have a personal trainer. I'm the personal trainer. Don't try and go about, well, he's a professional. He won't look at me some type of way. Listen, your husband said, don't get a personal trainer. He's your personal trainer. He's your personal trainer. That's it. Y'all do push-ups together or something. The thing is that the point is, as a wife, I get a possession and I'm responsible for you. That's the point, right? I'm responsible for you. The least that you could do for a man that is responsible for everything that you do or don't do, good or bad, the least you could do is just listen. You tell the children, listen, see, this is the problem. Women have an issue listening to men, but want their children to listen to them. How does that make sense? Just like you want your children to listen to you, listen to your husband. He's the head. He's the leader. He's supposed to show you the way, right? It's that simple. It's really not difficult. Just like as men, we should listen to the Lord. It's not difficult at all. You understand? And this is what we should do. And this is I'm gonna give you a perfect analogy, right? Like we showed you, right? Eve decided to listen to another man. Now all women have to deal with it. We decided to listen to another man as a nation because Israel is also described as a wife unto the Lord. Look at where we are right now. We're in captivity. See, this is the problem. When women don't listen to their man, there's a problem. Of course, as long as he doesn't cause you to sin, he causes you to do wrong, right? As we already established. But the point is, the least you could do, listen, the Lord only asks you to listen, to obey. The least you can do to a man that he will lay his life down for you is just to obey him. It's that simple. He tells you, don't go out with these friends. You know, just like the sister said, she said, her blood brother is a personal trainer. He trains his wife also. I just tell you, listen, you want to train? I'm your personal trainer. You want to throw a fit or be a dragon about that? I don't care. Just don't get a personal trainer. Listen, be a dragon. I don't care. There's a lot of things I don't care about. You want to have attitude? Have attitude. At the end of the day, you will not have any other man train you besides me. It's that simple. And you don't want to listen? Hey, Lord be with you. But as my wife, I'm going to have to deal with this shit because you're my responsibility. You understand? Just like the kids are the parents' responsibility. Whatever your kids do, you have to deal with it. It's the same when a husband gets a wife. He has to deal with whatever she's dealing with. You understand? Let's finish the verse and let's get back to Ephesians. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself. And see, this is another reason why this is what you need to look for in a man is a proper leader, not according to what society deems to be a proper leader. Society deems to be a proper leader because you have money. Money comes and goes. The next day you lose your slavery, which is what we call it. You'll call it a job. You lose it. You're broke. Listen, Money don't do anything. Money don't keep couples happy. The proof is Jeff Bezos got a divorce. He's a billionaire. What's his name? Microsoft. Bill Gates got a divorce. He's a billionaire. Justin Trudeau, the ex-prime minister of Canada, he was a prime minister. He ran a country. He got a divorce. Money and status don't keep the relationship happy. You understand? King David had 4 wives and he was on the run. He was homeless, on the run, had a price on his head. What is it? Tobias lost his job. Damn near was blinded. His wife didn't leave him for that. She was a Proverb 31 woman. You understand? This is the problem. You need to stop listening to white people. And here's the crazy part about this. Again, I'm probably going to say this every single class. Y'all are really hypocrites because y'all reject the Bible saying it's a white man's book, but you listen to the white man's, you go by the white man's standard on how to be with your spouse or with your significant other. You listen to the white man relationship advices. You go by the white man's standards of how to go by your daily life. But you reject the Bible because you say it's a white man's book when it's not. When you go in the Bible, you understand how to treat each other better. You will never fail a relationship if you listen to the instructions that were provided to our people. Now, if someone decides to listen to someone is not in the truth, but you are, and then they end up leaving you, it's not your fault. It's them. Right? It's them. That's different. That's subjective, but that's different. Now, if both of y'all obey these instructions, you will not have a failed relationship. You will know how to deal with each other's on a good and a bad day. But let's finish this verse, right? Ecclesiasticus 36:24. A help like unto himself. This is why you need to have a proper leader. This is why you need to be a proper leader. Why? Because that wife or wives that you have will be a reflection of yourself. They're supposed to help you. What I say, a wife is a helpmeet. She's supposed to help you. You're good. She's supposed to make you better. Your grace is supposed to make you greater. You understand? That's the least she could do. Really, don't stress him out. Listen, I lost my job. The last thing I need is to come home to a bitter woman just nagging me about losing another job. We're enslaved. We're slaves anyways. Nobody ever wanted to hire us. Listen, I don't know, I'm not saying just be comfortable being broke, right? Money comes and goes. You understand? Money comes and goes. Tomorrow, you could lose your job as well. You will drop down from your pedestal of being the most independent woman ever. You will not make 6 figures anymore. They just remove what they call the DEI or the DIE in the United States, which was barely inexistent in Canada anyways, about hiring minorities. You know, nobody's going to give a damn about a black woman with a business. They're all going to go to the white people or to the Easterns and the Chinese. And then what? Now we're on the same level. Now what? Should I be bitter to you like you were bitter to me? See, that's the problem. Stop listening to white people for relationship advices. You understand? And you be a proper leader so that you lead her the correct way. She's supposed to listen to you. And it's not about her not having the ability to listen. Women choose who to listen to. Where's the proof again? They all listen to white people. They all listen to the white man. Because they choose to. You understand? A help like unto himself and a pillar of rest. Again, I want to come home from a stressful day out of slavery. I probably just want to lay my head on the couch. You know, I probably want to lay my head, on your thighs and just take a nap. And that's it. I don't want no stress. It's already stressful. We're in slavery. We're impoverished. We keep getting destroyed. I have to fight against our oppressor, our oppressors, the other nations. I have to fight against my brothers, my sisters. I have to fight against everyone. The least I want, the last thing I want to do is come home and fight with my woman who's supposed to be a pillar of rest, who's supposed to be my peace. That's the last thing I want to do. what was that? Was it Jonathan and David? He said, there's no love like the love of a brother. I'm just paraphrasing that unto a woman. These brother understood bros before hoes was in the Bible. What? Because if you want to be bitter, and I have 4 women, they're all bitter when I come home, I'm gonna go call up to out of here. Hey, Salaki, I'm coming to your place. We're having a drink. I'm tired of these broads just pissing me off when it's supposed to be my rest. You understand? But now let's get back to Ephesians. Let's not be too long. Let's go back to Ephesians chapter 5, verse 22. Just understand this. Possession, submission. Y'all need to watch yourself. This is why y'all have a misconception also of the term brainwashing, because to wash something is to take the filth off of it. Wash your brain off of the filth that you acquired from our oppressors. Because they're the only people who thought that your women are independent, that you should listen to the woman and she should not listen to you. She's them. You're leading every household, not in the I.S.U.P.K. though. Ephesians 5 and 22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands as unto the Lord. Let's go to verse 23. Ephesians 5 and 23. For the husband is the head of the wife. It's the husband who's supposed to lead the household. You understand? Even as Christ is the head of the church and he is the savior of the body. Just like Christ is the head of the church. What is the church? The people, the congregations, the nation. The church is not the building you go to every Sunday to pray and to be a whore and to have your kids molested. No, the church is the people. You understand? It's the congregation of Israelites, right? Just like Christ is the king of Israel, the king of the Jews. He's the head. He's the leader of the nation. The husband is the leader of the wife or the wives. Much polygamy, right? Just like that. You're supposed to lead. You're supposed to show them the right way. This again, you know that when you have to submit unto your husband as unto the Lord, if he says jump, say how high. If he says to smuggle drugs, don't do it. Because Christ will not tell you to smuggle drugs. Christ will not cause you to sin. You understand? This is what you need to look for. You need a man of the Lord. A man of the Lord who will not make you do anything wrong. And they don't have to, you don't even have to, the point where we don't even have to question if he's going to tell me to do something wrong or not. Listen, it's just like, I'm going to give you an example where I don't have to question anything from my brothers and sisters. If I go to opposite out of here and he's cooking some bacon, I'm not questioning whether it's pork or not. I know it's not. It's probably lamb bacon or beef bacon. You understand? And this is how we are in the UPK. When you have a husband, a man of the Lord, and he tells you to do something, you know, you may want to ask a question. It's normal to ask questions, but don't question his judgment. Listen, again, perfect example that I mentioned with the sister Parakia, right? Her brother is a personal trainer. He trains his own wife. If I tell you, don't get a personal trainer, just don't. Do I have a diploma as a nutritionist, as a personal trainer? No, I do push-ups. I do sit-ups. What's that? I do pull-ups. I have a pull-up bar. I do pull-ups. I'll help you. You want to lose weight? I'll help you lose weight. Listen, be vegan 364 days a year if you want to, but eat the lamb at the Passover, and then we'll work on a diet together. Don't go to another man. Come to me. You understand? I'm your leader. He's not. And that's it. No other women in the other nations question the leadership of their men. Right? Let's keep reading. Ephesians 5 and 24. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. Listen, we don't question Christ over here. That's the point. Don't question your husband. Just like we're not supposed to question Christ. Just like Christ is not questioning the Most High. Understand? Who also did not question the Most High, and he was about to do the same? Abraham was about to kill Isaac. Abraham, the Most High said, hey, go ahead, bring Isaac, I think it's Isaac, right? Bring Isaac to the mountain, kill him for me. Show your allegiance to me. Show me that you obey. Abraham did. Show him he obeyed. But the Most High was like, you know what? It was a test. I didn't want you to kill Isaac, really. I just want to see if you obey or not. That's it. And this is a good thing that men could do with their women. You know, make sure you always have, I don't want to say, damn, it's like I lose my English sometimes. For lack of better words, not the upper hand or whatever the case is. So that, okay, for lack of better words, right? For lack of better words, I'm going to say the upper hand. For lack of better words, right? Just say, she says she's going out. Maybe she's just going to the store. Ask you, yeah, where are you going? To the store. No sweat, I'm going with you. Just do small things like that. You know, let's see if it bothers her or not. You know, it's not necessary, but just do it. Especially if she's shedding herself of the world. Maybe she's not used to being told what to wear. Tell her stop wearing leggings, even in the house. See if it bothers her. And then break it down to her. You know, me personally, you wear leggings in the house. I don't care. Just don't wear them outside. Our women are built different. It's like, I'm gonna have to put it like that. Our women in our nation are built different. You know, don't go to the gym in leggings. How about that? If you feel like, well, the moment she calls you, you're insecure, then you need to address that. Don't let her say shit like, you know what, you're insecure. You don't want me to dress the way I want. It's my body, my choice. Listen, since when? What are you talking about? You're my possession. I don't want you to look like you're attracting eyes. Listen, even if you don't wear a certain attire, you're going to attract eyes anyways. Now, don't do it on purpose, because women know what they're doing. They make it seem like it's not my fault. People just look at me. You know what you're doing. You know how you build. You know you're pretty. Stop it. You understand? The point is, just like we're subject unto Christ, our wives have to be subjected unto us. Just like the kids have to listen to the mother anyways. And this is a hierarchy. It's the Most High, Christ, the man, the woman, the children. And nobody questions the children having to follow the parents. Nobody questions the children having to follow the women, but it's always questioning whether the women are not should follow the men. Or should the men follow the women? It's simple. The Bible gives you the blueprint on the hierarchy on how we're supposed to operate with each other. Don't start questioning my authority. You know what? I'm like, hey, no sweat. Some men don't even have time to argue with that. They'll just walk away and find themselves 2 more wives who listens. Even if out of the 2, only 1 listen, Most High in Christ. And he still should treat them like his possessions and his responsibilities. Don't dash him away. Once you have sex with them, you can't dash him away unless they commit adultery. Besides that, listen, deal with it. And we're going to see what to look for in a woman as well, you know, in a second. So, like, I'm trying not to be too long with it. General's class is about to start in a minute. Let's go to verse 25. Now, this is for those who say the Bible is against loving women. The Bible is just misogynistic. It tells women to be submissive like a slave, and she's a possession like the husband possesses her like a slave. Listen, this is what it says. Ephesians 5:25, husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for it. How much did Christ love the church? How much did Christ love the nation? He loved the nation to the point where he died for us. You understand? This is what you need to understand. This is how much we love our women. I'm ready to give my life for my women. This is not a book where it says, where in the Bible where it ever said, not in the Bible, but where in the Bible, no, it's like it. Where in white society or in their teachings did they ever taught you that? You see what they say about women in the Bible? They're submissive to their men, and that's it. Where does it say, where did the white man teach you have to die for your woman, and that's in the Bible? Where did the church teach you as a man, any of the women you have to die for them? Listen, they don't teach you that. They'll teach you she's a whore. Nasalakia. They'll teach you she's a monster. Ditch her. That's it. In the church, what did they do it? In the church they hit it and quit it. In the Bible it says you beat it, you keep it. Yeah, that's a shirt. Salakia. The point is, you get a woman, she's your possession, she's your responsibility. You want to talk about through thick and thin, for life and unto death? Nowhere in society do you actually believe in that. Nowhere. But the Bible, which is our moral code, our constitution, says this: husbands, love your wives, even as Christ also loved the church and gave himself for him. If you need another breakdown on what true love is, go watch part 1 we did last week. The love of the Most High is to follow the commandments. This is again how you know that when you submit yourself unto your husband and he truly loves you, you truly love him, neither of you will break the commandments. If he decides to break the commandments, hey, that's on him. You have to be blameless. Don't smuggle anything that he wants us to smuggle. Don't eat the pork, or don't go to the family dinners on Thanksgiving. Don't go to any Christmas dinners anymore. For you men, same thing. Don't. This is the wrong sacrifice to make. Everybody makes sacrifices again in a relationship. It's normal. You love the person. You will sacrifice for them. The proof is Solomon sacrificed for his women. He did the wrong sacrifice. He married heathens. And then he did the wrong sacrifice. The kingdom got split because, he made the wrong sacrifice. Adam as well. Adam listened to his wife instead of to the Lord. She wanted power. He listened to his wife. He made the wrong sacrifice. This is the right sacrifice to make. You sacrifice your life. Let's get that real quick and get back to Ephesians. Salakia. Was that in John? I think it's in John 13, if I'm not mistaken. John 15 and 13, yeah? This is what Christ said. Greater love had no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. It's not just physical. The life that we had previously, this is how much I love my people. I stopped smoking weed. This is how much we love our people. We stopped committing crimes. If you truly love your people, you would stop being homosexual. If all of our people were homosexual, we would never have our people anymore. Why? Because they will all die off. You understand? If you truly love your people, you would stop sleeping with white people. It's that simple. Give your life. This is to show how much you love each other. You give up that previous life that you have. You come into the truth. You do your 90 days. You change yourself. You shed yourself of the world. You start following the commandments. And that's how you show love. That's how you show your love. Because I would not fight another black man over some trivial thing about, we wouldn't even fight each other over a block. We would find a way to live in harmony, one body, one mind, on the same block. Bloods and Crips would drop their flags. It would just be insignificant color. It would be an everyday color at this point. Right? That's how much we love each other. Now, let's get back to it. Ephesians 5 and 25. The husbands have to love their wives, just like Christ loved the nation. It doesn't say the husband beat their wives like slaves, like we were beaten for 400 years. It doesn't say the wife is the slave of the husband. She has to submit, shut her mouth, and, speak when you're speaking to, or something like that. It doesn't say that. You understand? You have to know how to be a proper leader to be able to lead. Not like in with the Muslims who are allowed to beat their wives according to the Quran. In East India, you might find videos of alleged rapists, or actually rapists, right? Allegedly or not, being beaten by women on public transit. Because the women, of course, we understand, it's wrong. They want to enact justice. There's no protection against the women, but it's in their culture. And not everybody could do something against these men in East India. You understand? But us, we know how to properly treat our women. We have rules on how to treat our women. There's not a loophole where it says, according to Surah such and such, strike her lightly. Oh, well, in East India, nobody could actually be prosecuted for rape, or whatever law they have as a loophole over there for raping women. You understand? I think one of these Asian countries, I don't know if it's China or Japan, one of the Asian countries, they're allowed to beat their women as well. Right? This is how you know the other nations see us as the smartest nation when we follow our laws. When we know how, when our women know how to treat each other, to treat their husband, and vice versa. When the men know how to treat each other and they know how to treat their wives, they're like, damn, this nation is the smartest nation on the face of the earth. That's literally what the Bible says. I'm paraphrasing. The Bible says we're the smartest of all nations. We have knowledge. We have wisdom. They don't. I'm going to show you right now, real quick, and get back to Ephesians, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments. For those who know what a statute is another word for law, right? Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, which is the punishments or consequences that come with breaking the law. Even as to the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither ye go to possess it. This is Moses talking to the Israelites. Verse 6, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and understanding in the sight of the nations. Now the other nations will look at you like, damn, you have wisdom and understanding. Why? Because the laws, statutes, and commandments were only provided to the nation of Israel, only the 12 tribes, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, no one else. Which shall hear these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. The nation know that we're smart, we're wise, we're understanding, we have knowledge and wisdom because we know how to treat our women. We don't beat the hell out of our women. Our women, listen, our women don't wear ninja suits where you can only see their eyes. You understand? Our women know how to dress. Our women know, our women know how to cook. Good night. Hey, Lord be, listen, Lord be with these white men. Imagine coming home, or even with these brothers sleeping with disgusting rabid dogs. Imagine going home to some chicken that's, I'm not even gonna say half cooked. A third of the chicken is cooked, and be like, damn, this is what I have to come home to for the rest of my life. Hey, Lord be with y'all. But this is the thing. This is how much we have to love our wives. We love our wives like no nation love their wives. No nation really love their wives. You understand? Shalom. So well for 2 out of 1. We love our wife to the point where we have to give our lives for our wives. Just like Christ gave his life for the nation. Let's jump down to verse 28. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 28. So ought men to love their wives as their own bodies. He that loveth his wife loveth himself. This is how you treat each other. If the wife's supposed to submit like a slave, and you beat the hell out of her, she can't say nothing, she can't open her mouth because she want her to shut up and do nothing. This is not what the Bible says. If you truly love yourself, you will love your wife. If you truly love yourself, you will not make your wife commit crime so she could end up in jail. You matter of fact, you're in jail, don't make her smuggle anything for you. If you really love her, if you really love yourself, you will love her, and you won't make her be in predicaments where her life could be in danger, where her freedom could be in danger or jeopardized. Salaki. You understand? This is how you show you love yourself. People don't understand that the way you're going to love your wife is also showing that you have brotherhood. Just like you women, when you love your husband, showing you have sisterhood. It's not just among other brothers and other sisters that you show brotherhood and sisterhood, but it's among, even as a partner. Who did you marry? You married a brother, and your brother married a sister. You understand? So you still have to show brotherhood and sisterhood regardless. If you love your brother, right? To show that you have to love your neighbor as you love yourself, right? I'm paraphrasing. Who's your neighbor? Is another Israelite. Showing you love yourself, this is how you're going to treat each other. You understand? If you love yourself, you love your wife. If you love your wife, you love yourself. It's just synonymous. How you treat each other is going to show how you really see yourself, you really care about yourself. If you're a monster all the time, you really hate yourself. And you're, what's the word they like to use in the world? You're projecting that self-hatred to your man. The same way he's projecting his self-hatred towards you when he's being a dickhead. Salakia, he's being when he's being I don't know what to say. Was being mean to you, for lack of better words, right? It's subjective. Being mean is subjective, but when he's not, I don't know what other words to use. So salakia for that. You understand? But this is how you're gonna show that you truly love yourself. The way you're gonna treat your spouse, the way you're gonna treat your significant other, your wife, your wives, and your wives, the way you treat your husband is gonna show you how you truly love yourself. Why are you being a monster all the time? What issue do you have that you may want to address with him that he could try to fix? He's there to fix your problems. If you have an issue, let him know. Let him know what went wrong today. You understand? Let him know you feel bad. You know, maybe it's just because you're on your it's your woman moment of the month. We're grown. We all know. Listen, I'm gonna be in a lifetime with you. Every month you're gonna have attitude or you're gonna feel some type of way. It's fine. But if you have an issue like someone spitting your coffee, I'm using that as a figure of speech. You had a bad day. You got fired. You know, people were rude to you, or you seen something that was displeasing. Let your man know. That's it. Maybe you have an issue. I don't know. You didn't see your man in a minute. Now the car is all messed up. You don't know what to do. You're panicking. You're having a panic attack, a stress. Call your man. You understand? Call him. Don't be a monster. Don't let it. Don't bottle it up, and then take the energy out on him and everybody else. Don't do that. Same with the men. Listen, I'm not saying start pillow talking and whatever the case is, but if you had a bad day, don't take it out on your women. Don't do that. Go do some push-ups. You understand? SHALAM Trooper Tazada straight out of Haiti. You understand? Give him a shout out. Tazada that's a free on one. Wakonet. Right. Let's go to 1 Peter, which is basically what I was talking about a second ago. Then we're going to go to Ecclesiastes. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 3. For those who remember, I was telling you a lot of these women need to take example on Sarah. Right? I'm going to try to go to these precepts real quick. I'm not going to do a third part. 1 Peter is go to chapter 3, start at verse 6. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 6, yeah? Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham. This is how you need to take example on Sarah. Sarah, she didn't bat an eye. Even as Sarah obeyed Abraham and what? Calling him Lord. She said, Khan, I don't want Khan. Abraham said, jump. She said, Khan, I don't want Khan. How high? 5 feet. Khan, I don't want Khan. You understand? Don't start questioning your man. He's a man of the Lord. Don't question him. Hey, go cook this tonight. Cook that. Just say Khan wa Khan. That's it. You know. Don't go out. You don't know. You don't even know. There might be. Listen, I tell you, don't go out. Don't start questioning me why. Maybe just a snowstorm. We just in Montreal. We had like a snowstorm where we had like over 30 inches of snow in the city. Some people died because they were stuck in their car. The car was stuck in the snow. People died of carbon monoxide poisoning. People died because of the cold. I'll tell you not to go out. Salakia. You're stuck in 30 inches of snow. You have no reception and you die because you decided to not obey. Listen, there has been snow in my city. They haven't seen that much snow in like over 100 years. I tell you not to go out. I might not have time to break it down to you. Just don't go out. Now you don't. You want to go out. You want to go see your mom. You want to go party. You just don't. Stay home. Let's wait till the snow passes. Now, you probably see for yourself. There's 30 inches of snow outside. Now you're stuck in the car. If I get to you, most in Christ, I have to shovel. You understand? If I can't get to you because you have no phone receptions, I have to worry, where the hell is she go now? There's a storm outside. You're stuck in the snow. The next day, you probably manage to call me or not, and then you pass out or pass away because of carbon monoxide or because you froze to death, because you decided to not obey. If I tell you don't go out, just like Sarah, say kind of wakan. 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 6, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. So, Laki, let's jump down to I was gonna say verse 7 or 8? Verse 7, that's the one I want. Chapter 3, verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands. Listen again, don't think it's a question of being too controlling. There's no such thing as being too controlling when you're a man of the Lord and you know, and you're going to understand why. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge. Listen, if I tell you don't go outside because you're going to die, don't go outside, you're going to die. Don't say, the Lord is with me. Hey, Lord be with you. Lord be with you in 30 inches of snow. You understand? Tell me I'm too controlling because I don't want you to die. Tell me I'm too controlling because you know what you want? You want what's another thing? What's it called again? I forgot. There's an attraction women like to do. I forgot what's it called. You know, just don't do it. Just don't. You want to do it, no sweat. Guess what? The Lord said, don't sleep with heathens. You want to sleep with heathens? Guess what? The kingdom split. There you go. Don't eat pork. You want to eat pork? Now you have ringworm. He said, don't be a homosexual. You don't want to listen. You want to be a homosexual. Now you have monkeypox and AIDS and listen. Just listen. We seen last week. The love of God is to obey the commandments. The commandments say, do what I told you to do, and don't do what I tell you not to do. Don't play with fire, you get burned. If you want to play with fire, you get burned, no sweat. Now, as my wife or my wives, again, I begat a possession. I'm responsible for you. And this is what happens, right? Likewise, ye husband, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. Listen, just like as a woman, listen, my mom told me multiple times, don't do certain things. I'm going to get hurt. I'm going to cry. I hurt myself. As a kid, I'd shed some tears. She said, see, this is what happens. Now, wipe your tears. All right. I'm going to tell you the same thing. My dad told me, listen, don't play with fire. You're going to get burned. I get burned. He said, see, this is what happens. Now wipe your tears. The thing is, you might have to, I forgot what's the English word for it. I think it's to console, right? Don't quote me on that. I'm the Frenchman. To console her, to let her cry on his shoulder. She hurt herself. She wanted to open a can the wrong way. He told her, don't do it. You got to cut yourself. Now you show how to open it the right way. And you have, to let her cry on your shoulders because she cut herself. Now you have to put a Band-Aid on her. She shed more tears because you have to put peroxide or disinfect the wound. No sweat. Next time, listen, when I tell you to wait for a second, just wait a second. Right? Just listen to me. Let me prevent you from getting hurt. Let me prevent you from crying. And if it happens, now I have to deal with it. Am I going to complain about it? Probably. Probably not. Because this is what happens when you don't listen. Lord allow, next time you do, If you don't, listen, I'm still gonna have to deal with it regardless. The only time I won't have to deal with it is if you commit adultery on me. Don't do that. That's it. You understand? But this is how we have to see to treat our women. Don't be mean to her. Don't okay, I'm gonna use that word. Don't be a jackass, right? Don't be a jackass. Treat it like unto the weaker vessel. Right? Men are not equal to women and vice versa. You understand? She needs correction. She needs leadership. If you as a man needed correction and leadership, don't think it's going to be different for her. What makes it different? She specifically needs your correction and leadership as you marry her specifically, because now she's not under her father's household. She's not under her camp leader. She's under you. You understand? I'm not saying don't call your camp leader ever. Call your camp leader for anything, everything, right? But you're that man's responsibility now. You're that man's responsibility. He has to deal with everything you do. You spaz out on someone because, I don't know, women are emotional. A lot of time they have that emotional outburst. It is what it is. You spaz on someone, I have to deal with it. You understand? If you want to be a dragon, I have to deal with all your emotions. It is what it is. I'll deal with it. If you don't want to deal with it, don't sleep with that woman. No, this is a solution. You don't want to deal with her problems, just don't sleep with her. Okay? It's that simple. A lot of y'all, y'all just dealt with each other for one night. And then again, like I told y'all, after the 14th, on the 16th of February, y'all were divorced because you truly didn't love each other. Y'all just had sex. We understand sex is marriage, right? But it was not till death do us part. The club was till y'all had sex till the club did you part. That's what happened. You understand? Till the alcohol, till the feeling of drunkenness left your body. Then you're like, who are you? I don't know. And then you parted ways. Guess what? She's coming back with child support. You understand? Now, jokes aside, which is reality, just like it gives it tells a woman how to be, it tells you men how to be with your woman as well. Don't be a jackass. Deal with her according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel. Some women have to be told to shut the hell up. Some women have to be told to be quiet. There's thresholds on how to deal with each woman are not the same to a certain extent. They're all different. Some women, this is how you correct them. Tell them to shut the hell up. Some women, you turn them on by telling them to shut the hell up. You understand? Just know how to deal with your woman. This is how when you court a woman, you get to know her. You see, you see what her limit is. Is she more emotional than others? Is she more strong-minded? Is she tough as nail, but soft as a flower? You'll get to find out in the courting process. Get to find out how to deal with her. But this is what you know. With every single woman, deal with them according to knowledge. And you deal with them as unto the weaker vessel. That's every single woman. No matter how you deal with her, no matter whatever problem she has, no matter how she could deal with these problems, with her stress, with whatever's going on in her life, whether you have a long distance relationship or not. Each woman are going to be dealing different. Then again, you're going to have to deal with them the same way. Why? Because all women has to be dealt with as unto the weaker vessel. You understand? It's that simple, right? Let's go to Ecclesiasticus real quick. Now let's go to Proverbs 31 because we're almost running short on time. Right, let's go to Proverbs 31. Lord allow, I don't have to do a part 3. I might have to do a part 3, but let's go to Proverbs 31 real quick. Right. Again, to water for everybody who tuned in. Go to Proverbs chapter 31. This is what also men need to understand. As you women need to look for men of the Lord, which can only be found in the I.S.U.P.K. Full disclosure. My camp leader is Captain 10,000 Hadar Yala. Men also have the standards of a man choosing a woman. Don't just choose a woman because she looks good. Whores look good too. They're not good women. Oh, I know they're not good women. They're whores. They get married every time there's a new client. You understand? Heathens are to not be dealt with. No matter how good you think the heathen looks, don't look like Samson. Samson told his parents, I see this thing right here. I want it. Don't do that. Don't do like Solomon either. Solomon was the wisest man until he started marrying heathen, and then the kingdom got split. Right? Let's see a few things how to look for in a woman. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 31, verse 1. Again, this is the book. This is our book of knowledge. This is our book of understanding, of wisdom. You will not fail. A lot of these women, Salakia, I have to tell you this though, because we're in hell and we have to recondition ourselves to be the right way, the men, just like the women, are destroyed. Right? We need to get back to how we are, to how we're supposed to be. You might have to endure a lot of things from either side. It's normal. In the conditions that we're right now, we're not in the kingdom, we're in hell. You will have to endure some of her bullshit. You will have to endure some of his bullshit. You don't know where each one is coming from, right? We all come from different backgrounds. They're going to have to suffer each other. That's true love. Just like Christ suffered for us. Listen, Christ didn't, listen, you think you have it bad? Imagine Christ, he died for a whole nation. You're just dealing with one person for the rest of your life. As a woman, as a man, you're dealing with that woman or those women. It's still not as much people as Christ had to deal with. Don't be selfish. You understand? Be selfless. Listen, you have to endure her. You have to suffer her bullshit. You have to suffer his bullshit as well, right? Especially coming out of the world. Even though you're in the truth, you have to shed completely yourself of the world and fight your demons. You're not alone. Once you're in a relationship with someone, you're not alone fighting those demons. Listen, you understand? That's full disclosure, where you're going to have to suffer a lot of things from that person that you're uniting yourself with, especially in the hell that we're living in. Right? Just to keep it. That's to be kept in mind at all times. Now, Proverbs chapter 31, verse 1. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. Y'all need to understand this, for you bitter women. You're not a Proverbs 31 woman. I'm telling you right now. You like to take anything for granted. I'm a Proverbs 31 woman. A lot of you are really not. A lot of y'all are really, y'all don't even read the Bible. Y'all think, you know what, it speaks good about the women, so that must be me. You just read the part where it says she's worth more than rubies and think, I'm the prize. You're not. You're really not. Get off your high chair. Get off your pedestal. You're not a Proverbs 31 woman. Because you will leave your man because he has another wife or because he lost his job. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 2. What my son and what the son of my womb and what the son of my vow. So let's go to verse 3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyed kings. This is what you need to understand. Don't let this woman think she has the upper hand. Don't give her power where now she thinks she runs everything. Don't give her your strength. Don't give her your authority. Don't make her be the leader of the house. Right? It doesn't matter if she makes more money. It doesn't matter if she didn't grow up in the ghetto. It doesn't matter if she grew up with a family that was not divided. She grew up with both parents, you didn't. You understand? Don't give your strength unto this women. Don't do that. Because this is how you will get destroyed. You'll become a homosexual. You understand? You'll become weak. You won't be able to fight it. You won't be able to be the leader that you were born to be. Because you gave her the strength that you should have. You give her the power. You give her the authority. You understand? Let's go jump down to verse 10. Proverbs chapter 31, verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. A lot of women, y'all read that, but don't understand that the woman of Tobias was a woman far above rubies. He lost his job. He got blinded, but he didn't waver. So like she didn't cause him to go sin to get some money and to take care of the household. No, she still went to work. And he has such a good reputation that the people gifted her a lamb for him. That, yeah, this is because your husband has a good reputation. And he's so humble. He said, listen, where'd you get that lamb? I'm just paraphrasing. Go return the lamb. Like, no, the people gave it to me because, hey, you have a good reputation. You have a good name, And she was working to make sure everything was tawab. They were going through hell. You understand? This is a woman far above rubies, a One West woman, a UPK woman, a woman that'll make sure that I lose my job and you're not going to leave me for it. We're going to work through it. You understand? If I'm in a position where, good night, I'm brought down, you make sure I keep my head up. You're not going to try to usurp that position of power because I lost my job and you're making 4 or 5, 6 figures. You're not going to try to say, well, now that you lost your job and now make the money, I'm the leader. You're never going to try and diminish my role or my position in the household. Never. You understand? Proverbs 31 and verse 11. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need to spoil. A lot of y'all go to jail because your woman said, listen, you're not doing anything anymore. You're worth nothing. Y'all go commit a crime to prove to her that you're still the shit, and you end up dead or in jail. That woman who made you believe she was a Proverbs 31 woman, she's not. She's a monster. She made you feel like you ain't worth nothing just because you didn't have the white man's money in your pocket. That's really it. If you don't have what the white man has, then you ain't nothing. If she makes you feel like that, she makes you believe like that, then she's not a Proverbs 31 woman. She's not. You understand? Let's go to verse 12. Proverbs 31 and 12. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. Is that simple? She won't demean you. She won't make you feel like, again, you ain't worth nothing. She won't do you evil where she won't kick you out of the house. That's it. She won't kick you out of the house because you lost your job. She won't make you feel like you ain't shit because you didn't celebrate Valentine's Day. If your woman claims to be a Proverbs 31 woman and makes you celebrate Valentine's Day and tells you that you really are not a good man because you didn't celebrate Valentine's Day or gave me anything for my birthday or, whatever the case is, she's not a Proverbs 31 woman. Why'd you complain? I'll give you flowers every day. Every day I'll give you flowers. I'll buy you flowers. I'll give you real flowers, synthetic flowers. I'll draw you a flower on the paper. You understand? I'll buy you a flower costume. Good night. Listen, you're gonna empty your bank account for her every single day of the year, even on Valentine's Day, which you should not. And you still ain't shit. And she will claim to be a Proverbs 31 woman. Why? Because she gives you box and she make you a sandwich. That's it. She's not. You can't trust her. How do I know you can't trust her? Because she has an Instagram showing her body and say, you know what? She's getting mad at you because you're scrolling on Instagram and you might see a picture of, it's Instagram, social media. You might see a picture of a model, an Instagram model, right? You're scrolling. You might like that picture. Why? Because you're a man. You can't help it. She get mad at you for that. But then now you want to address her being on Instagram in a swimsuit. And then she becomes a dragon. She's definitely not a Proverbs 31 woman. She don't mind all her pictures being liked, but it's an issue when you like a picture of some woman that you don't even know if she exists or not because of AI. Lord be with you, brother. You slept with that woman, now you deal with it. You understand? Let's jump down to verse Salakia. We're running out of time. As a matter of fact, let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. We go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 25. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 and verse that's like 26, verse 1 and 4. Verse 1. It's like I'm jumping real quick because we're running out of time. You understand? Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 1. Y'all could go down Proverbs 31 to see what's a Proverbs 31 woman, a woman that's a virtuous woman is a woman with skills. That's the breakdown. Woman with skills. I lose my job, she'll make sure we're tawab. That doesn't mean go ahead and, you don't want to work, don't work. That's not what it's saying. You understand? Right? We're going to give a better breakdown next week, but just keep that in mind. A virtuous woman, you won't have to worry about, I ain't shit because I lost my job, or I ain't shit because I'm in debt, or anything like that. You are still the shit. You are the prize, regardless. Right? A Proverbs 31 woman will always make sure that you are the prize. Good night. She'll make sure you have something in the sense where, how could I put it, right? I'm just gonna give a paraphrase real quick, where it said that she look at the field and she get the field. She's gonna look at some land and be like, hey babes, I just got us some land. Most High in Christ, we got a farm now. Hey babes, here's what I got for us, or she's gonna say, here's what I got for you. Hey, Most High in Christ. You understand? She's not a dragon. Right? But this is the problem. I'm gonna have to address that comment real quick because I did mention that earlier, and we'll finish real quick. So, see, this is the problem. People like this are the issue where it says, put the Bible down and pick up the Holy Quran if you want true spiritual awakening. What did we see in the Bible? We've seen how women are supposed to be with their husband and husband how supposed to be with their wives. In the Quran, you will see that the man could beat the hell out of his wife. This is the proof that we should not follow the Quran, right? So now that's been addressed. This is if you want a good campfire, you could use that. If not, hey, listen, the Bible is the truth. You understand? The Bible is the truth for Black, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Outside the Bible is nothing but good combustion material for a good fire camp. That's it. Now, Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 1. Blessed is the woman that had a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. I don't have to stress myself to death trying to make ends meet, trying to prove to you that I'm the shit, I'm still the shit for you if I lose my job, or if I have, whatever comes in life, whatever issues, troubles in life, especially in the empire that we're living in. I don't have to worry that, I have to prove to you that you can't stay with me. Listen, if you want to stay with me, stay with me. Most High in Christ. If you don't, hey, Lord be with you. I'm never going to drop my sword. I'm just going to do the work of the Lord regardless of my situation. And it's damn near like an honor for you. You understand? It's like you're showing how dedicated you are as well by taking care of a priest of the Most High. Because why? Listen, that man You see how it says in Isaiah 4:1 that these women want to marry the man, 7 men unto 1 man to take away their reproach. I'm going to take away your reproach even if I marry you only. You know? The way I'm going to deal with you, listen, even if I'm broke and I have only 1 pair of shoes, 1 pair of pants, I had the same toothbrush for 10 years, you're my possession. So, like, by the way, don't do that. Toothbrush is $1. But that's not the point. The point is you have nothing. You're down bad. You have nothing. That wife, you're going to still die for her. And still die for her. You're going to lead her the right way because you follow the Most High. You understand? And her not giving up on you, it's a blessing. You're not going to die. You're not going to stress yourself to death trying to prove to her anything. You understand? You tell her, listen, babes, go get this or go get that, whatever the case is. And she says, Kana Wakan, regardless of your situation, Most High in Christ. You got a real, they like to say you got a real one. She's a ride or die. The proper word is she's a virtuous woman. You're ride or die woman, she's a virtuous woman. You understand? Verse 2. A virtuous woman rejoiced her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. What did we just read earlier? In Ecclesiasticus 36, right? I think it's verse 24. We read that she is a pillar of rest to him. Be his peace. He can't find a job. He goes out to find a job every day. Be his peace. Right? Just like he's being your peace when you're broken down bad, be his peace. You know, if it goes both ways and y'all talk about gender equality, if he will not let you go when you're down bad, why would you let him go when he's down bad? You're proving you're a hypocrite and you're not a virtuous woman. It's good to support you, but not to support him. That's not what the Bible says. Especially for those who claim to be virtuous women. That's not what the Bible says. Supposed to make sure I don't have to worry about proving myself to you by committing a crime to say, you know what? I sold some drugs. Now I got the money to keep you. Absolutely not. Trying to make sure I lose my job. Guess what? You get on the computer. You make sure I have the best resume ever. You make sure I apply to jobs. You don't even let me know you're applying to jobs for me. You say, babes, I got a job for you. How? Well, I went over your resume. I sent some applications everywhere for you. Now I got you a job. So like it, maybe it's not the best. Listen, I don't care what it is. Babes, Tuwada, I love you. That's it. You know. That's it. Be a virtuous woman. Listen, he lost his job. Help him find another one. Don't demean him because he lost his job. Don't do that. You really love him? Find him another job. Listen, you have a business. Put his name on the business. Whatever the case is. Make sure, you know, hey, listen, you have skills. Have him invest in you. Or he can do something, you invest in him. Regardless of what the dynamic is, don't become a dragon because you see him because of a loss of employment. Or you don't know. Maybe just be his rest. Be his peace. Don't add stress onto him. You understand? Let's see if we can finish real quick. Ecclesiasticus 23:3. A good wife is a good portion, which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. This is what you understand. Tobias said to the Lord, listen, if that's my punishment, hey, deal with me the way, you know, however you see fit. What his wife did. His wife remained a virtuous woman. His wife went to work, make sure Tobias was able to eat, make sure the household was towab, you know. You will have a wicked woman if she makes you feel like you need to sell drugs, and she's still gonna leave you. That's the crazy part. You're gonna go sell drugs or commit crime to prove to her that you know you can still keep her and you're still worth something. She's gonna still leave you. You still ain't shit. Guess what? If she makes you feel like you ain't shit, because you probably never was for her anyways. You never meant anything to her at some point anyways. Everybody, listen, people fall in love. They have what they call the butterfly feeling. That's temporary. You know, that's what you need to understand. Just like love is to follow the commandments, right? Here's what you need to understand. Let's go to, it's like I'm trying to be too long-winded. Let's go to, let's go to Matthew chapter 24, verse 13, yeah? And then 2 Timothy. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13. Salakia. I'm going to end the class soon. Bear with me. Matthew chapter 24, verse 13, yeah? What it says, but he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. This is what you need to understand. You will suffer till the end. That's true love. It's not about who you want to be happy with for the rest of your life. Who is it worth it to suffer with for the rest of your life till kingdom comes? That's true love. Happiness is subjective. You don't even know what is a good day without having any bad days. How can you know what a good day is? You never had a bad day in your life. You understand? This is what you need to understand. Every good day you have, remember every single bad days you have when you have a good day. Because you know the Most High, he could take it away in a minute. When you have bad days, remember every good day that you had that could be back the next day as well. Because just like the Most High brings you up and brings you just like the Most High brings you up when you're down and brings you down when you're up. You understand? He's in control of everything. He can change a situation overnight. But what you need to do is to endure until the end. You understand? Damn right, sis. Happiness is not promised at all, indeed. At all. Listen, people say men lie all the time, women lie. Listen, a man will sell you a dream just to sleep with you. Then you find out he ain't shit. A woman, she's the best cook, she's the most beautiful, the most loving, and then she cheats on you, or she has a few abortions because she's not ready to have a kid or whatever the case is. You understand? Your perception of happiness is maybe not the same as that person that you're sleeping with. If you ask me personally, I can only really be happy in the kingdom. Well, I'm happy I'm in chains. Listen, find someone who it's worth to suffer with. It's worth it to suffer with that person. I'm going to go through good days and bad days with that person for the rest of my life. This is what you need to look for. Someone to endure till the end with. Instead, let's go real quick to 2 Ezra, Salakia. So we're going to go to 2 Timothy, but let's go to 2 Ezra first. What is it, chapter 13? 2 Ezra chapter 13, let's go to verse 23. 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 23. And we're going to end it here, yeah? Salakia. 2 Ezra chapter 13, verse 23. He that shall endure the peril in that time hath kept himself. They that shall be fallen into danger are such as have works and faith toward the Almighty. This is a simple thing. It's the same part where it says endure till the end. Endure till the end and don't ever give up on the truth. Your spouse tells you, well, you'll be better off if you come back celebrating Valentine's Day. I'll love you forever. Come back, celebrate Christmas with us and my family. You know, we'll love you forever. Listen, endure till the end. She leaves you, endure. You'll find another one. Endure till the end. Find someone who it's worth to suffer the destruction of this empire with. Don't find someone because, you know what, you're lonely. You need to have sex. Listen, guess what? Sex is marriage. You can't get rid of that person anymore unless they commit adultery. Is it worth it to marry a whore who's probably gonna not be your wife the next day? It's not. Find someone who is it's worth to suffer with. As a matter of fact, the last thing we're gonna get is 2 Samuel, the chapter 2. Salakia is 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6, right? I'm going to be quick because we're going to end the class right here. 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6. The Lord killeth and make it alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bring it up. Every good day could become a bad day, just like every bad day could become a good day. True love is to suffer both days together. Suffer the bad days and enjoy the good ones together. Happiness is not about having no bad days. You will have bad days. You will always have bad days. King David had bad days. Christ had worse days. You understand? We all have good and bad days. The Most High is not giving you any fights you can't win. Any demons you have, there's not one demon that you cannot defeat. Now, being in a relationship with someone is sharing that fight, sharing those good and those bad days, suffering the bad days together, enjoying the good days together. That's true love. You understand? And with that said, I'm going to end the class right here, right? Tawada to everyone who tuned in, to all the ICAM, Tawada, Yabashan Shurakatam, to all the Akwatian, Yal Shamalatan, Basham Yawashar, Priest Nosef 500 Barakiala of the I.S.U.P.K, which is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. You understand? We're going to get the security announcements, but real quick, this is the schedule for the classes. Mondays, we're back with our history classes every other week in French and in English, taught by myself, Officer 500 Barakiala. Every Mondays, 8 as of now, for now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have the law class with Officer 1000 Ariyar in French. The Brotherhood class in English every Thursdays, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by myself. And Saturdays, the Brotherhood class in French, 5:30 p.m. as well, Eastern Standard Time, right? Follow all our social media, all our platforms, I.S.U.P.K Montreal, Toronto, France, Martinique, Haiti. Follow all single UPK platform where you get this universal and practical knowledge that you will not find anywhere else on the face of the earth. With that said, to everyone who tuned in, Salakia, we have the Lord's 56th annual Passover. This year will be April 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. Pay your tithes and your Passover fees on isupk.com, and we'll see you there, family. Shalom. This is the I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Rules for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get the permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, gives to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, non-mandatory, whatsoever amount you like. Upcoming holy convocation, we have the Feast of Purim, which is the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month, which fall on Thursday, the 13th of March, and Friday, the 14th of March, 2025. You can read more about it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 to 31. Reminder to all Akim and Aquatin to check the bulletin board in the hallway of their school if they have a physical location. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. With that, we'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers and a courtesy salute to the sisters. Minavisual Imajim, which means to stand. We'll give a courtesy salute to the brothers. Minavisual Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Brakatam, which means Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai bless y'all. Yajamata, which means hands down. Sar, which means to turn. So turn and face the sisters. If you have any in your presence, we'll give them a courtesy salute as well. Minavisual Imajim Shabbat, Imajim, Barak, Yahweh Shamar Alatan Bahashem Yahweh Shai, meaning Yahweh watch over y'all in the name of Yahweh Shai. Yajamata, class dismissed. Again, water everyone. We'll be back next week for the Brotherhood class in English. Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. The I.S.U.P.K presents the Lord's 56th annual Passover going down right here in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a whole bunch of events lined up for y'all, including the annual lamb slaughter. You already know. Then it's the Hebrew Academy trials. Oh boy. Next, we got the children's party. Then, you know we got General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class and the Hebrew Academy graduation. The Lord's 56th annual Passover. Pay your Passover fee. It's only $200 to get all these exclusive events. Real black culture. The general's in attendance and the stage is set. It's going down. April the 12th in Atlanta, Georgia. This event is only for the black, Hispanic, and native indigenous people. We got a week full of events from April the 9th and the 13th. But remember, you gotta pay that Passover fee. It's only $200 to get every event exclusively. Here's the itinerary for the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 9th is the annual lamb slaughter. April the 10th is the kids party. At 7 p.m. later that night, General Muhammad's scripture breakdown class. April the 11th, the Hebrew Academy graduation. Later that night at 8 p.m. is the all-black party. April the 12th is the Lord's 56th annual Passover. April the 13th is the Feast of Unleavened Bread. $200, 17 years or older, pay your Passover fee. See you in Atlanta, Israel. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this